in Madison Square Garden's main arena. And get this date, Friday evening, June the 13th. That's Friday evening, June the 13th. Now, the blockbuster card also features Mike Tyson against the top 10 opponent. Remember that all-important date, Friday evening, June the 13th. Will it be lucky or unlucky? Friday evening, June 13th, right here at Madison Square Garden's main arena. So please keep that in mind. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we have a few guests in attendance. We're all here in the ring. With us now, the New York State Heavyweight Champion, who will soon meet Jerry Cooney in a scheduled 10-round bout. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome aboard Eddie Gregg. Eddie Gregg.
The man from Kew Gardens.
Also in attendance, this young man will meet Troy the Mangler Peavy, the New York State Welterweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Nelson Rocky Ortiz. He'll be battling against Peavy here at the Thought Forum in a very, very near future.
Is against the power of Peavy.
Also, the former World Boxing Council Featherweight Champion, who will appear here at the Thought Forum next month against the top-ranked opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, Juan Laporte. Juan Laporte.
The former WBC featherweight champion, now a solid 130 pounds of junior lightweight, looking for a title shot.
And a crowd favorite here at the forum.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome aboard Michael the Silk Olajide Jr. Olajide.
Michael O. 17-0 as a
former
middleweight,
World
on his
Boxing
way up.
Council Junior Welterweight Champion Billy Costello.
Former junior welterweight champion Billy Costello.
The former United States Boxing Association
personable, well-liked
champion from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Stanley Ross.
One of Ed Gersh's all-stars.
Former North American Boxing Federation junior lightweight champion from New York City, Dennis Cruz. Dennis Cruz.
What a left hook that man
And my
has.
good friends, last
Dennis Cruz.
but not least, all the way from the state of Ohio, the former world lightweight champion, Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
Now, what is his name?
Boom, boom.
What a popular man that was. I wish he just continued. One of my favorite fighters.
Maestro, please.
And certainly the handlers of Carmelo Negron, Stan Hoffman, trainer Hector Rocca, manager Ed Acevedo, advisor Jack Brown, and cutman Don Nelson have nothing to be ashamed of. They went up against a tough cookie tonight. Bruce Beck, Randy Gordon back ringside, and we've got another bout still ahead of us. It's Richard Brownrigg and Wendell Everett. And this is a return of the bout of December 6th, won by Brownrigg by scoring a knockout in the third round in New York. This will be light heavyweight, scheduled for 4 rounds. Randy Gordon back from the jaunt into the ring, and you had to be impressed with the poise and the ability of Espinosa.
The word is awesome. Awesome. Capital A.
Here's Richard Brownrigg with Tommy Gallagher in his corner. And his opponent, Wendell Smooth Everett. Everett, born in Neptune, New Jersey, now living in Freehold, New Jersey, a pro record of 1-1. Brownrigg is undefeated. He's 2-0. And we're set to go, scheduled for 4. Ring announcer Ed Darian will give us the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is scheduled for 4 rounds, and it's in the light heavyweight division. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 4-round light heavyweight bout, referee Nick Drake. And our boxing fans, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the white trim. He tipped in at an even 178 pounds. This gentleman has 1 loss, 1 win from Freehold, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome aboard Wendell Smooth Everett. Everett. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the red trunks with the white lettering. He weighed in at an even 175 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 2 professional bouts with 2 straight knockouts from Long Beach, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Richard Brownrigg. Brownrigg.
You all are going to fight 4 rounds. New York Boxing Commission rules are in effect. I just give both of you all instruction. I hope you all to have a good fight and also a clean fight. I'm very strict and I'll compel you all to obey the rules. Shake hand and good luck for both of you.
Scheduled for 4, Richard Brownrigg and Wendell Smooth Everett. Brownrigg, who is trained by Tommy Gallagher, managed by Alan Rubenstein. And Wendell Smooth Everett, trained and managed by Pat Rickey Sr. And Pat J. Rickey is the second in the corner. Richard Brownrigg in the red trunks and Wendell Smooth Everett in the black trunks with the white stripe. And this one is scheduled for 4. A rematch, as I mentioned earlier, December 6th, Brownrigg the winner. Brownrigg said of Everett, he swings like a wild man. He clams at you. I'm going to be right on him tonight, trying to keep him in the corner.
You're going to see Wendell Everett switch up a lot. Right-hander, southpaw. But he does it a lot of times right in front of the fighter. He mixes his feet up. He keeps doing that. He's heading to Kansas City when he gets caught with a shot.
Train, boat, or plane?
Fist.
I'll tell you, Everett ran out of gas in the last fight between the two. This time he's in shape.
There's about a 4-inch height advantage there for Brownrigg, 6'2" to 5'10".
Nobody shoot. Come on, boy. That's it.
A little wild swinging in this first round of a scheduled 4-rounder. Brownrigg weighed in at 175, Everett 178. Both fighters look in pretty good shape. Different types of physiques. Everett more bulky, Brownrigg a little bit leaner. And will you dance with me tonight?
Well, Everett trying to get close. He can't fight on the outside against his taller guy. That time he did wing the shot and catch Brownrigg.
Oh, he ran right into him. His head ran right into the stomach of Brownrigg, did Everett. If you're changing, Randy, from southpaw back to right-handed, is that sometimes even confusing for the fighter who's doing it?
Not really. It's actually more confusing for the guy who is in front of you.
I would think so. At that time, it looked like Everett got himself a little bit off step. Ooh, solid right hand by Brownrigg, and the exchange was very tough.
Did Brownrigg take that shot on the chin? I think the hardest shot in that exchange was the overhand right by Everett. He was showing some blood inside the mouthpiece. Also out of breath was he sticking out that mouthpiece. What a card tonight by matchmaker Bobby Goodman.
A wild first round of this one. These two fighters going toe-to-toe. You're watching professional boxing from Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. We had a wild first one. Brownrigg in the red trunks. Everett in the black trunks with a white stripe. And Randy Gordon felt that the best punch of that first round was landed by Smooth Everett.
Smooth Everett.
How about solid Everett? Would you prefer that?
Anything is smooth. He's what Larry Holmes. When a man is unorthodox, and if he's a bit awkward, Larry puts them together, makes one word, he calls it awkwardox.
That was a good left hand by Everett. Missed with the right, but connected with the left.
And that's a very good word for this guy, Everett. You don't know where he's coming from next. Watching Espinosa, you knew that he was going to set up the jab.
Oh, good solid right to the face of Brownrigg. And another chopping left hand by Wendell Everett.
Somebody shoot. Come on, boys.
Everett's got another new style. He comes at you Head hanging over his feet, mouthpiece hanging out.
Everett doing a lot of dancing. Brownrigg more straight ahead. Oh, look at the body blow by Brownrigg. Oh, a good left body blow.
But he left himself wide open.
And Everett jumped on it. Jumped for the opening.
Break it up. Break it up.
25-2 record in the amateurs for Wendell Everett. Most of those 25 victories by way of knockout.
That landed. Everett really exploded. Brownrigg. Oh, a straight left hand. Oh. First he scored with the jab and then a left hook, and he is out.
Yes,
Everett
he is.
Is not going to get up.
You see him trying to get up, but
it's over. Richard Brownrigg with one punch ending this fight, which at that point in time had been a very interesting fight. And Everett perhaps with the lead. Certainly the first round, Everett was very impressive, and all of a sudden Brownrigg just clocked him.
Felt Forum's punch of the year so far.
We'll take a look at how it happened when we come back to the Felt Forum as Richard Brownrigg stops Wendell Everett in the second. That man, Wendell Everett, was really clocked by Richard Brownrigg in the second round. And here it is.
What punch did it? Well, you'll see the right hand of Wendell Everett down at his chest. His chin is hanging out, and here comes a left hook. Smack! He ate the left hook, went down, struggled to get up. He couldn't get up, was counted out. His eyes were somewhere in another world. Watch the left hook. He bends every ounce of energy behind it.
That is the type of punch that gave the term knockout to boxing.
A booming left hook.
There he is, Richard Brownrigg, now undefeated, 3-0 with 3 KOs. Here's Ed Darian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time of this bout, 2 minutes and 26 seconds of the second round, and a winner by a knockout for his third straight win in his many pro bouts, Richard Brownrigg. Brownrigg. And how about a nice round of applause for Wendell Smooth Everett. Let's hear it for him. Maestro, if you will, please.
Richard Brownrigg winning in impressive fashion with the KO in the second. He says he boxes and bangs. Well, he banged tonight, that's for sure. This is professional boxing from the Felt Forum in Madison Square Garden. Well, the crowd here at the Felt Forum really enjoyed a night of boxing, and they especially enjoyed the way it ended with Richard Brownrigg clocking Wendell Everett in the second round with the left hook. Randy Gordon standing by with the winner.
Richard Brownrigg, tell me something. You were in against a guy who looked like a Golden Glover in there, switching up on you, back and forth. You never knew where a shot was coming from, did you?
No, I really didn't. It was really a confusing kind of fighter. But I knew from sitting around in the locker room, I just had to pace myself with this guy. Just a little bit of stalking on him. I found myself, I couldn't find it from the outside. So let me just stalk him. Let me fall into something he's going to talk. I knew nothing he could hit me with would bother me. So, of course, I just came across and cracked him with the left, and that's it.
Do you have real dreams, a real belief that you can become a light heavyweight champion?
Oh, of course. No doubt in my mind at all. Of course, my friend over here, Tommy Gallagher.
Okay, tell me one thing. That left hook, that was the Felt Forum's punch of the year so far. Was that a lucky shot? Come on.
Nah, that's my favorite punch.
Well, his favorite punch did it tonight. He's now 3-0 with 3 knockouts. Back to ringside, and Bruce Beck.
Thank you very much, Randy. Richard Brownrigg with the left hook in the second. And it definitely was the punch of the year at the Felt Forum. Back with more in just a moment. Bruce Beck and Randy Gordon back at the Felt Forum in Madison Square Garden, and the fans filing out. They certainly saw a great night of boxing.